Dumpling is your bank. Welcome to the Culture Show. Because they're doing well, because they're having a wonderful day. On this 5th July 25. It is extremely early. It is 5:28. We've been filming for 60 minutes already. We've been. We haven't been filming for 60 minutes. We've been up for about 20. Because my alarm clock is. This is one of these old. It's actually quite cool. The target of this video is we're talking about addiction. About self-destruction. There's no self-harm. There's no ending of life. It's just a what should we call it? It's just a race until we self-destruct. On the menu we have smoked chicken, sausage. We just tasted it. They're good. They're not great, but they're good. What up? What? Well, good morning. First of all, the video came up super naturally. I woke up today, and it was a really special day. So, I know my schedule. I promise I do, but I was too tired to think, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm working. We get up, and what I usually do is I take a rag, cold, freezing water in my face. Just the best way to wake up is the most hardcore way. It's not fun, but it's gonna wake you up. And then I was waking up, and then I made myself brekkie, which was sausage. So I put them in the microwave for 2 minutes, and crystal lights, lemon. While we were waiting for them to cook, I doom scrolled, and I don't know why. I'm having a lot of problem with dates. I always have. But today was the 4th of July when I made 10, 12, 15 videos yesterday. Saying the 4th of July. So I realized that today's Saturday, and Saturday they're closed. Although I don't have a very oh my god, whoa. You know what? I love you. Here you go. Wake up. Wake up. I don't have a very stable schedule, but one thing that I do know is I don't work when it's closed. I know, crazy concept. Like I went back to sleep, or I try to go back to sleep. All of this in 20 minutes, by the way. Life is short, but not that short. Phenomenal. I don't know why 1.5 liters like that are really rare to find. And I was listening, and you guys know that I love Crystal Lights. I also love Quench. I like some sweetener in my water. So go back to sleep. And surprise, your boy can't sleep. It's okay, well, might as well go do videos. And we look outside, and the weather isn't the most gorgeous I've seen ever. It's actually pretty nice. So I'm like, you know what? This is the curse. Wait, what? What did I say? Of course, I think in French. I said it's a curse and it's a curse and a blessing. I said something like that. Beats me what I said. I'm like that. You think I know what I'm saying? Joke's on you, I don't. So, I wake up. And then, my thought is not to make content right away. I'm like, okay, let's prepare these. So I'm doom scrolling, which is scrolling, and kind of crazy, but I think we're all a bit of a routine kind of people. So the main thing that I watch is, and that's crazy, the main thing I watch is either TikTok or YouTube. So then with YouTube, oh, by the way, with YouTube, we've been having a lot of problems lately. I love YouTube, but the application for studios is kind of confusing me. I love mayo. Feels like heaven. I'm a simple guy. So I go in and cheese whiz. Cheesy Weezy. The studio is telling me a number of views, and the application, the YouTube application, doesn't tell me the views. And now I'm freaking out because, oopsies, chances are, it's also hiding the views for you guys, right? And although I'm biased, I'm telling you that I would watch my own content. You know, what's wrong with this guy, right? It has been very scary because I'm like, I know, caught it. I dropped it, I caught it in the same second. Genius. I know you guys don't like when I do this noise. Don't care. So, when I go to see a video, one of the things I'm seeing is the number of views. I don't know if it's a content creator thing. I don't know if it's a normal human thing. I want to see how the number of views is often a sign of success, right? And at the same time, this sign of success is completely overshadowed by bon appetit, chicken sausage, bread, of course, mayo, and cheesy wheezy. But it wasn't in the fish for too long. It was soggy, but it's only soggy on top and on the bottom. So I only have to do, out of 7 times that I'm eating bread, because I'm always making sandwiches, which sandwiches are 2. A piece of bread, a pack of bread is a dozen or 13, which is why we say a baker's dozen. So a baker's dozen is also pretty good. And this the video is called Addiction. Where I put 2 points, it's gonna be sabotage. And the baker sabotages because he put 13 pieces of bread because he knows that nobody likes the heel. The heel being this part and not this part. This part. So why put it? Because why put it if nobody likes it? Because people are used to having it. Even though nobody likes the heel, if you don't have it, people are going to complain. So you self-sabotages by putting a piece that nobody wants. At the same time, you self-sabotage if you don't put it. And it's stuck in that vicious cycle. Fun story about crust with bread. I was in a really strict household. My mom, very kind. Oh, I'm so sorry for YouTube. So YouTube doesn't show me the likes. It doesn't show me the views. And the application it shows. And then I had a person yesterday, corn dog, stop corn dog, and you hear me talk about YouTube, and she said my account was shadowed, which, because she looked for me to subscribe or to follow it or whatever. She said my account was shadowed, but I'm not sure what it means, but it's not a good sign. At all. And that's what I was worried. I was really worried. That's pretty much it. So, what I'm talking about in this video, shadow. And then, me being shadowed, I'm not a big deal, because although I'm very grateful for you guys. Oh, sorry. The crusting. When I was a kid, my father was so strict that I was afraid of him. And those are actually delicious. The chicken wieners, the chicken sausage are really good. My father wasn't a violent man. He was strict. The problem with my father is, he gets super mad, give me shit, a flip would switch. Give me shit, and then poof, all good. Very unstable, very unpredictable. So, I was afraid of him. I think what he said is, it's a beautiful morning, isn't it? Like, if I had a choice, phone's too hot. If I had a choice between this and sleeping, I would choose sleeping, right? Enjoy the weather a bit. Chicken wiener. Yes, that's because I'm gonna miss the sunrise if the phone gets to do that too much. So, because my father was so strict, his words were the law, and a young ink didn't even think about. You know, kids, they don't like the trust, so they take it away. And even then, there's a product that I love, which is Uncrustable. Which is a really cool thing. It's a frozen dough, when you put it like that. So it's like a ravioli. And then you put peanut butter, and you put jam, strawberry jam, grape jam, raspberry jam, blueberry jam, whatever you want to fucking call it, right? And then you pop that thing in the microwave. But then what ended up happening is this product, again, we're doing a video on sabotage. This is the perfect occasion. They had a product that was really good, and the price was really nice. And then some people, it became the new norms. So people start talking about it. Podcasts are talking about it. The news, the media are talking about it because it was just so good. It was just like, it was a marketing success. And they were saying that, oh, we haven't seen a big success like that, like in years and decades. It's because he said that, right? Then Uncrustable kind of got allegedly, I forget what I said, allegedly, I think it's legally important. I made a joke with Anna yesterday because she knows I love ramen and she loves ramen too, which is one of the only thing we relate on, and because we relate on it, she likes that I would relate on that, so she talks about ramen a lot because, again, this is our thing, right? So because she wants to relate to people, she'll talk up to people about what they like and what they both like. And then I was doing a ramen shop ID, and she as a joke wanted to steal the ID, so I serve her as a joke papers and DMs. And I was like, oh, you have a cease and desist. So with the constable, uncrustable, with the I can say that. The Uncrustable, yeah, they had a very big success, and then they were like, okay, we're gonna be raising the price, and then, which is crazy, it's a crazy story, and we're back. Sorry about that, just overheated. You know something crazy? I had a lot to say this morning. I'm happy. Look at this. She looked pretty good. I don't know why I went like this for a selfie. Felt like a bad bitch, but hey. So Uncrustable, what they did was they raised their price, and I don't know how much they raised. I don't think it's that much, but they raised their price. And then on Monday, people were talking about it, and on Tuesday, they raised their price, and on Wednesday, nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it, and because nobody talks about it, they didn't have a choice. What do we do? Do we lower the price? Do we raise the price? What do we do? So that was kind of cool. That was kind of crazy because, again, it's a direct causative effect of self-sabotage. I went in, bought popularity because I was popular. I was like, you know what? Let's take advantage of that popularity. And then, because I got popular, I raised the price. Because I raised the price, then I lost that popularity. It's the very same thing that, got me to where I am today. I destroyed it. This video was self-sacrifices. So this is a cool thing. And again, this is not a cool thing, but it's a cool thing in my opinion. So as you can see, the name is Ink Vendetta. Did you guys know that a Medusa tattoo is often representative of a survivor of rape and sexual violence? So I think it's kind of cool. Why we're talking about that is because a character tattoo is a survivor or somebody that thought about unaliving themselves. So Icarus, as you guys know, a very prominent figure in history. Icarus was the kid who went to jail with his father. Again, why did he go to jail? I don't know if I can know. Should I know? Absolutely. And he went to jail with his father. And then they were both in jail. And then Icarus' father, I don't remember his name, sorry dude, went in. Yeah, the sorry dude is kind of funny, huh? And he went he said, okay, well, I want my son to be alive. So this father's a great writer. So he tells the guards, I'm gonna write you a story, but you have to bring me a pen and a candle every single day. Because I write it at night. Like in days, you were writing with a feather. So then the guy made wings with feathers. No, yeah. He made wings with feather and wax from the candle. And then they both escaped because they could fly. And then Icarus says, Dad, I can go high. His father's like, no, don't go too high. And then with the sun, because it's gonna melt your wings. And then Icarus didn't listen. And then Icarus, what happened is, he went too close to the sun, the wax melted, and he fell to death in the sea. Once again, he had everything that he ever needed, and he self-sabotages. Sabotage is an addiction. An addiction for sure. Now, with this subject, so we're talking about the subject in itself. Well, because I was doom scrolling on TikTok, and I saw And it was kind of funny because those two people don't know each other. It was unrelated, and I'm like, a person wrote on TikTok comments, I go into this to one of my videos, goody, yes, masturbating nonstop. And I'm like, imagine leaving a digital footprint. Imagine leaving a digital footprint, and this is it. Now, it's a fake account. I hope so. I didn't check the account because I was like, ugh, ew, ew, yuck. So, I didn't check the account, but the IP address and shit like that are gonna be easier and easier to find. Gonna be easy to find, with AI and shit like that. You know, so I could find out who it is, and do I really want to find out what it is? Do I really care that much? No. It's a fucking comment. And then I had this guy yesterday, and they're a lot younger. They're kids. They're 13, 14. And then I'm streaming with Janice. We had a really good time. I streamed for like 4 hours and a half. And I'm getting this guy who's commenting and commenting and commenting and commenting. Funny thing is, for some reason, people comment when I'm sleeping or when I'm streaming, so I'm gonna do it more. And he commented on 3 videos. Say, hey, hi. I don't speak English, but hey. And then, so I answered him. And this morning it's like, oh, by the way, I'm not straight. So I hope you like me. And although you're very courageous to say that, I wouldn't go in a person comments section and say, hey, I have a crush on you. Beats me why. Maybe I have a idea of what to do and what not to do. Maybe I think that this is a bit extreme. Not in a way of you're allowed to like who you like, but you're putting yourself up for failure. Imagine this girl, right? And well, this girl, I know her. I'm not gonna say her name, but she's one of my best friends. So, and this girl, she's always looking for a relationship. You know, she's been with the same guy for 2 years. So, he's a good dude. He's a really good dude. He likes to be pegged. He's a really good dude. She was finding love in every place. So what she would do is she was an easy fuck, and then she would get to guy, and she would like the guy, and then she knew that if she told him, hey, it's a true story too. My apologies for your farts. They were quite noisy. What she would do is she had a reputation of being an easy girl to fuck. So what she would do is she would fuck, and then she would say, hey, I love you, but in bed. And the guy's like, oh, what am I supposed to do, you know? What am I supposed to do? So I go in, and I'm like, dude, that's how you get your heartbreak. Because you're trusting your feelings, you're opening up, and you're not really searching. So in the 2 cases, in the person that says, hey, I'm not straight, I have a crush on you or something like that, and my friend who has sex and then says, hey, I got a crush on you, in both cases, you kind of put yourself to self-sabotage. So self-sabotage is actually quite hard, because for a relationship especially, because you have this friend that you really like, and at first you're a friend because you want to get to know her, right? And then either you wait too long and you fall in the friend zone when she doesn't see you as anything but friends, or you go too fast and like, okay, well, you skip some step. It's perfect timing. You want to know why some dudes are really popular with girls? Because they figure out a question called timing. And because they figure out a question called timing, they're able to say, okay, well, this is the time to strike. And what they'll do is, what they'll do is, check out at a good time. I'm gonna give you guys too much information, but I'm watching Corn because I'm single. Hello. And yes, I'm watching Corn. And for some reason, when I was younger, which was a couple of months ago, a couple of years ago, I would go for the actress, right? But then I started going for the actors, not in a way that, okay, well, I love the way he looks, but most of them, they have a POV, with his point of view on the girl. And most of them, they're like making content. So for example, one of them is called Alex Adams. Alex Adams did 100 something videos, and you know it's kind of the same script. The script was great once, it's good the second time, and it's just a bunch of women. So that's kind of cool. But then lately I've been following a guy called Gats, and Gats he's so fucking funny because he'll treat it like he won't treat it like shit, but it'll be like super rough and bad, but he's funny and he likes anime. So I'm like, dude, this is kind of funny, this is kind of entertaining, right? Yes, that's weird. I want to sabotage. You see, when I'm sleepy, I talk about a lot of shit. So sabotage. So I start doom scrolling, and I started people saying, "Oh man, I got a crush on you." First of all, you're fucking 13. Second of all, I'm straight. So, but you put yourself out there, and this was a way of sabotage. I went out, and okay, let's be honest here. That I was working, so the first thing I do is I make myself a sandwich. Then I'm gonna post my videos, and then I'm just gonna chill and relax before I go to bed, before I go to work. But then I realized that didn't work, and although I love making videos, and I love the fact that we're up and making videos, if I'm being completely honest, I wanted to go sleep. However, I already have the hot dog sausage that we just ate cooking. Now, you're cooking. Do I think that a sausage can be reheated? Absolutely. But I was like, ugh, I don't know how it's gonna taste. First of all, second of all, it's a brand new ingredient. It's a brand new food item. And I'm gonna taste it. Now, the first time I'm gonna taste it, if it's reheated, is it self-sabotage? For example, you know that when I was younger, I used to do that a lot. And I don't know why I used to do it. I would take ice cream, right? I would take ice cream and I would let it melt a little bit. Mosquito bite, I'm sorry. I would let the ice cream melt a little bit. I would take a spoon and I would shake it a lot. So now, the reason why I did that is because I kind of do like a milkshake. And I kind of like the fact that although the ice cream was a bit melted, there was some frozen crystal. So I would have like almost like a shaved ice taste in my mouth, which was really nice. So the sausage, I didn't want it to be, and plus it's my father that brought me. My mom, she'll give me food and she's like, oh my god, you have to taste this, this is delicious. My father's like, oh, I found this, I thought about you. So my mom, she's like understanding that there is a motivation that is content creation, right? So she'll do that. But with my father, it's not like, he doesn't even know I'm gonna do a video about it. It's just like, hey, they were on special, I got you this. You know, my mom, I don't know, this is more often, it's kind of a normal thing. You know? My father, since it's more rare, it's like, oh my god, something special, right? I don't know, it's weird. So because that, I was like, well, I can go back to sleep. Then I look outside and I saw the clouds and I was like, wait, this is very nice. But then by the time that we prepared the food, the sun was a bit higher. So the sun, technically speaking, rises at 5:07. I woke up at 5 o'clock. By the time I was ready to do and make the video and eat the video, wow, ink, and make the video while eating. See, we've been making content for 45 minutes. How I know? Well, because I'm recording the tower. This is fucking good, dude. Mosquito bites. And then, so we just did 3 videos. We did the intro, we did the sausage, we did this. But by the time I came out, it was 5:10. Because it was 5:10. 5:13 actually. I was like, ugh. Guess what? The beautiful sunrise is gone. Now we still have the sunrise, but it's not the peak sunrise. So peak sunrise is before. Peak sunrise is gonna be culling the clouds. And that's what we love. We love that. So then I was like, oh, I kind of missed it. But it's okay, because I'm still gonna do a video. And technically speaking, it's kind of crazy because we're doing 5 videos right now, 3 towers, 2 videos. And one video only is messed up. You know? But this idea, this principle was sabotage. I was surprised by people self-sabotaging in the comments. But then I self-sabotage myself with making videos in an early hour. Now, I'm quite vulnerable, I'm quite awake. Now I'm awake, so I could talk about quantum theory. I wouldn't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I could talk about it. But it's still self-sabotage because if I was too tired, this video would make less sense than it does right now. And yes, I know the videos are kind of hard to follow. And then I started talking about self-sabotage, and then I'm thinking. And then the funniest thing is, yesterday Janice came in, and Janice watches the content a lot. So 2 days ago, I make a video about shopping. We made a mistake. This is an honest mistake. So there was a special last week that I showed, which is technically here. The advantage of not cleaning the apartment. And the special that we wanted was this. 60% off on wigs. Today's Saturday. I go in 2 days ago. 2 days ago I went to the magazine. I don't know why it's telling you 2 days ago it's weird because this day just started. So the 2 days ago, is it before yesterday? Should I just say Thursday? I should just say Thursday. Because this day started, so it doesn't count. But then what am I saying? Because 2 days ago was Friday and Thursday, and those days were full. Because those days were full, they count. So I go in and biggest surprise. There's no chicken wings because it's such a good special. People bought it. I go to the store, and she tells me, hey, can I have a rain check, please? And I go in, and because I've been trying to lose weight, and I sabotage myself, sabotage with food, right? Want to know why I don't lose weight? You don't want to know why I'm not losing weight, even though we're working out? It's because once a week or twice a week, I'll go crazy. And I'll go and eat something I'm not supposed to eat, junk food. So everything that we do, we self-sabotages, guys. Why? Because I like eating food. Because I like junk food. Because sometimes you just need to listen to your heart, not your brain, you know? So I go in, and I'm like, okay, well, ink, please, for the love of God, and everything that's holy, and then some. Just buy the chicken wings. Don't buy junk food. What I do is I beeline, and you see, usually what I'll do is I'll go to the same section because I know what I want. Blah blah blah. Beautiful sun. Beautiful sun. So what I'll do is I know what I'm doing, so I'll do a couple of aisles, which is the chips, the ice cream, the bread, and the frozen aisle. And I know what I'm doing. And this time I'm like, dude, you have to avoid it. Go straight for the plus we're a bit broke. So on Wednesday I asked my father, right? And we look at the amount of money I have in my account, and I realized that they didn't take the rent. So out of the cash that I have in my name right now, I have 647. And my rent is 625. Now I have more money in the bank, in my other bank, which is Tangerine. I had like 1,200. It's more like 1,116, you know. And then what happened is, I'm like, you don't have the cash. So just go in for the chicken wings. And then I'm going to the chicken wings, and then I see in my way, and I can't resist. I see those cheese balls. So those cheese ball or uts, they're actually really good. So what they are is a giant uh, jug of cheese balls that are baked. They're baked corn thing. So what they are is corn puff, which are sweet. You bake them and then you put cheese on top. So Utz cheese ball have been a snack in America for decades. They got really popularized by the Siri office. In the office, they have it a lot. I wanted to buy it. And then when I couldn't buy the chicken wings, I was like, okay, well, I'm cannot buy this anymore. I was like, okay. I'm able to resist. It's the first time in months and years that I resist. Right? And then, am I proud of myself for resisting? No. Because I bought it, I wanted to buy it in the first place. I wanted to buy it and I wanted to self sabotage as a subconscious thought, this conscious, a thought, nonetheless. I wanted to come in and say, you know what, fuck you. I'm going to buy it. I knew I didn't need it. I knew it wasn't a good idea. I knew that I shouldn't buy it, but I did. And then, didn't go out. And then Janice texted me and said, yo, I love the fucking shopping videos. And I'm like, it's crazy because I didn't even shop. I didn't even buy anything. You know? But then he liked it and he liked it, right? Therefore, self-sabotage. The cheese ball was what? Right? Making content that early was self-sabotage. Janice also asked me why are the live shorter, TikTok live. So the reason why TikTok live are shorter is because usually what I like to do, I like to eat what I just did now, but I like to work out also. So we'll do 2 parts, which is 30 minutes each, right? To me, an hour of live per day is kind of a lot, not a lot, but enough, you know? I used to, well, every single night I watch battles, and those battles are lasting 2 hours. I'm like, well, 2 hours is a good number, right? Because if they're doing that and they're more popular and they're more successful than me, then it is. Now, the reality is, I wouldn't watch 2 hours of battles. I'm watching the battles in the background and I'm playing Fortnite, right? Or doing something else, right? Is a video in the background that you like? At the same time, it's not the same thing. You know? It's not the same thing. But then I'm also seeing my friends, and they're live a lot. Like one of the girl, she's live 7 hours a day, and she is successful. But most of the time, she has 4 or 5 people in her life, and that's more than I do. But then people are saying you're live too often. I can watch the whole show, so because you have to watch the whole show, because I watch it tomorrow. Or I watch it here and there, you know. Right? It's nuts. But then again, ourselves, we know that, and we did a 4.5 hour stream yesterday, knowing that I was gonna watch this. I had Janice, and I was lucky, but still. And then there's this other girl, and we're not really. We used to be close, but now we're not close. Cause she does something that I fucking hate. So when you go on a TikTok live, your name will appear, like this person, like Ingrid that joined. I just come in, I don't even say hi, and then she tells me, "Hey, Vendetta," and every single time, and she's live every single day. And every single day she's live while the other people are doing battles, and I'm in a position where I'm like, fuck, I have to say hi because otherwise I'm an asshole. I also want to watch the battles. Is the content good? Yeah, it's good. It's good, but she relies on people a lot. Like for example, she's nice. She's very nice, and she's very talkative. But you have to ask her a question. You have to ask her, "Hey, how are you?" Or "Hey, how was your day?" Or "Hey, what you did today?" Otherwise, she won't talk. She'll just say yes. You know. So then, when you come in, she knows that. She knows it's a possibility for her to make good content. But then, Because content is reliable on somebody else, right? So it's by saying the name of people when they come in, it's aggressive. You sabotage, right? Because those people are not gonna appreciate you being so aggressive, right? Then is it her fault? No. What she's feeling is actually quite normal. What she's doing is actually quite normal because she'll go live 6-7 hours a day. I want to tell you something. I'm quite good at talking, right? Am I able to talk that much? No. And chances are that if I'm not able to, someone that's less valuable than me isn't able to. That's kind of crazy. So because she does that, she been self-sabotage, right? I was talking about finance not too long ago, about a couple of days ago. And I was like, I can't even know how much is in my bank account because if I know I'm gonna spend, I'm gonna spend. Now, right now, what is going on is actually quite cool. The second account that I have, this is way personal. I shouldn't say that. And fuck you, I'm gonna say it. My second account, which is a bank, bank thing, doesn't have a debit card, doesn't have a credit card. So I literally have to transfer money from one account to the others. I can buy stuff. And because I don't have a debit card, I don't spend. And because of the extra step, it feels inaccessible. And because it feels inaccessible, I'm like, holy shit, guess what? I'm not gonna be using it. That's a good thing. It's a great thing, actually. For some reason, the phone wasn't overheating, which is quite nice. Right? But it's also kind of hyper awareness. Like, for example, Genesis is like, yo, you always play the tower. Why don't you stream it? And I don't know if I could play. Like, for example, we've been doing content for 40 minutes. No, we've been making content for 15 minutes and 22 minutes. 15 minutes and 22 seconds. And I was like, dude, I can't even talk that much, and I'm doing 6 hours a day. I wouldn't talk, you know? So yeah, I talk too fast. I talk too fast. So what is going on right now is, by the way, so right now the sun is leaving up. The sun is shining right in the floor, or my floor. Floor and first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, not floor. That's what we watch, what we walk on. Alright? So because of that, the balcony gets super hot. And because the balcony gets super hot, holy shit guys, we have 400,000. I can do time 5. Even then in the tower, I'm way too passive. I'm way too passive. A lot of people are more aggressive than me, you know? I'm not a good player in there because I'm treating an AFK game as an AFK. Which doesn't make sense, but it makes sense. So people that are more aggressive than me, right, what they're gonna do is they're gonna play a AFK game very much. For example, I think actually a really good example. I'm playing this other game called Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy doesn't have a story. It's a AFK game. But you can speedrun it, right? When we're doing it is we're way more active than passive. If we're way more passive than active, then I'm doing some great stuff. Yeah, not to brag, but to brag. So yeah. So this sabotage, this is it. Should I be more active on the tower? Yes. Can I be more active on the tower? No. So that's sabotage. Well, for gaming, I'll give you a couple examples. If you're a streamer and you want variety, and instead of having one game that you play 4 or 5 games. Like, oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Or what you do is you play one game and then you get bored with the game. For example, we were playing Battlefield Chronicle, which is a game that I don't like the story. Because I don't like the story, I'm forcing myself to play. Now, am I entertaining when I force myself to play? No. But I bought the games. I don't want to waste money. I'm forcing my play to play a game that I don't want to play, which is the first case of self-sabotage. You're forcing yourself to do something that you don't want to do, knowing that you're not going to enjoy it, right? And then there's no reward, because if you don't want to go to work, if you don't want to work, when you go to work, it's self-sabotage because you're putting yourself in a position of not having fun. But at the same time, the purpose is greater because, like, well, with this I'm going to feed my family. Yes, I'm not enjoying myself, but there's a need versus a want, right? And then there's other cases. So I'm seeing this game that I really want to buy, right? And because I'm seeing this game that I really want to buy, I'm like, holy shit, I need to buy it. And this feeling of, holy shit, I want to buy it, my apologies, is kind of weird because, like, no, you already have 40, 50 games. But then you cave in because, like, oh, I don't want to play it. And in the end, you have so many games that you want to play that you don't play them all. The game that you really want to buy, are you going to play it? No. Is that self-sabotage? Yes, because you waste money. Now, ultimately speaking, self-sabotage is behavior. Behavior that we do. It's always something we do. And then at the same time, it's something we do so often that it becomes quite acceptable. Oh, well, you know what? I wasn't supposed to do that. I shouldn't have done that, but I did it. So now there's consequences to my action, whatever it may be, whatever it is. You know? Sometimes it's a small thing, sometimes it's a big thing. And it's kind of nice that there are consequences to your action. Kind of nice that there are consequences to what you're doing. See, for example, today I got extremely fucking lucky. I waited until the last second to upload 140 gigs of data. Now, this phone was pretty good. I uploaded correctly, but even then, I didn't have time to upload everything, which is crazy, isn't it? And on this one, well, this one did a update. Yeah, it did an update. And because it did an update, it closed. Because it closed, it didn't upload. I was fucking lucky because this updated. I had another one to upload, so it wasn't like I was losing time or wasting resources. But because we didn't check out. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna push upon you the update. Oh, you have to update it now. Then you can do remind me later. Then what they'll do is they'll wait until you go sleeping. And when you go sleeping, you'll be like, okay, well, guess what? Your phone's updated. What's up, bitch? You know? And it's kind of crazy. Because again, you self-sabotage. Like, I should have checked out when it is. And I'm not going to be able to avoid it. So if I check when the update's going to take place, then I can plan accordingly. Right? But then, even if I get 2 hours of uploading versus 0 hours of uploading, it's much better. Like, for example, this one still has 8 gigs to upload. Now 8 gigs is easy. We'll be finished before we go, and then we'll go sleep, right? So yeah, it's kind of special. Because you self-sabotage in a way of, even then, I know that the sun is too hot. When my family nature corner is gonna close, I could just leave it there, leave the tower, and then you wouldn't have constant, like, oh my god, it closed, you know? So when I put myself as self-sabotage, well, because we self-sabotage so much, right? That's we self-sabotage so much that it becomes kind of normal. And it's not about self-sabotaging anymore, it's about how much self-sabotage can I endure, right? It's complex, and it's an addiction because you willingly self-sabotage. You don't willingly take a knife and cut yourself. You willingly self-sabotage, right? You put yourself, like, for example, And it's so dumb. I'm working tomorrow, but I'm watching this series and it's really good. Or I'm streaming and it's really good. And sometimes this is crazy. This is insane. Sometimes I'll work and I'll wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. And I'll go to sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning. And even before I start sleeping, I'm like, oh my God, you're so fucking dumb. Now you only have 4 hours to sleep. So before we start sleeping, we know that we have 4 hours. Now your brain is not aware of that. The quality of sleep isn't gonna be the same. So the craziest thing is the body will tell you how much time it needs to sleep. So technically speaking, your body is an amazing tool. You know why I'm hungry? Because my body tells me that I need to be fed. You know why I'm tired? Because my body is telling me, hey, go sleep, you're tired. Wanna know why I'm not hungry? Because my body said, you ate enough. You wanna know why I wake up? Because my body said you had enough sleep. So all of these, like, oh my God, you need a certain amount of calorie per day. It's bullshit. All of these, you need to wake up at a certain time. It's bullshit. You know? Now, weirdly speaking, and this is very, very weird, but this is, again, this is sabotage in its purest form. Now, everything I'm saying, I don't know. It's alleged. It's, I think. I'm not sure. When you listen to a rooster, back in the days we had farms, and the rooster would scream at the sunshine, and it was a natural way to wake up. Now, for some reason, when they did the alarm clock, they did a sound that would wake you up. So they made some researches, some studies about what is the sound that will wake you up the closest, the quickest, right? When you buy a phone and you have a preset ringtone, why do you think they bought this ringtone? There's a specific reason, right? There's a specific reason. Like before, back in the day, like 10 years ago, we used to change ringtones. We used to change ringtones. I think, you know what? It's something that I like. Now you buy a new phone. Is the first thing you change the ringtone? No. You leave it there. And then you get used to the ringtone and like, you know what? I wanted to change it. I don't need to change it. So it's weird. It's really weird. What changed? With sabotage, I feel like there's a part of it that is, how much bullshit can I endure before I go? And then you get mad at people because, oh, they were mad to me, they were mean to me, oh, they did this to me, oh, they're so mean. You allow them to be mean. Like, for example, you have this friend, and this friend is kind of toxic. And you don't allow it. It's weird. Yeah, speaking about friends, I made a couple of videos talking about, oh well, twice in last week. And what is weirder is it doesn't happen a lot. Like it's been months it didn't happen, and then last week it happened twice. 2 people that I chose to take out of my life, and they came back saying, hey, I want to be part of your life. One of them was banned because he was an asshole, and one of them is an asshole but doesn't really realize that he's an asshole. And it's funny because both of those people said, can I come back in your life? Right? And both of these people are unaware that what they're doing is bad. So then you have to put it land in the sand. Do I allow you to come back in my life knowing that what you did is not okay? Or do I set the tone for like, yo, fuck you, you're kind of an asshole? And the answer is I don't know. Last week we were complaining about, 3 weeks ago, we were complaining about feeling like we were going in circle, views and shit like that. And the reason why we were complaining is because I was feeling like I was going in circle. Why did I feel like I was going in circle? Well, because I had to find a job and I was starting to work. And I was like, dude, I was hoping that content creation would work, right? But it didn't work. So then I was like, oh, fuck it, I have to go back to work. And I failed. The sabotage wasn't the fact that we didn't have some views. Sabotage was the fact that we rely on that, right? Now, this is where it's complex. Is it okay to dream? Yes. But it's people, my father, my mom, they've been telling me since I'm a kid, it's okay to dream, but dream about something that's reasonable. And this is such a weird thing to say, because the dream is non-reasonable. I'm not dreaming about going to Mexico or to Tahiti. I'm dreaming about the moon, right? But then if you don't know, if you think that they faked the moon landing and going to the moon itself, it's kind of impossible. Do I believe in the moon landing? I don't know if I do. Because the way it was presented, so America and Russia was the biggest enemy since, well, you know whom, Hitler. And we're the biggest enemy. So like, oh my God, we have, as Americans, we're the greatest country in the world. And we have to be the first one to go to the moon. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Oh, there's a tournament today. I forgot. I forgot about the tournament today. Okay, so what is the quest? Any card? Nice. It's okay to tell me what you think about me. I won't try to argue. Even with the tower. Which I'm sabotaging a bit because my guild has 3 times me as a member. So the most member is 35. And you got me at 25. You got 3 times me at 25. And yes, we accomplish what we need to do, but at the same time, no. Ugh. I got 7 left, and more than a day. That's good. That's possible. I got how much here? I got I got 6 left and a day, which is really good. Yeah, it's just shitty, because then it's my guild, so I'm not gonna kick myself. I had a guy coming with the beginning of the guild, J-Rake, and J-Rake was like, yo, can you please like go to other guild, because you're not partaking enough. I'm like, fuck you, this is my guild. But he was right. And then J-Rake was very vocal in saying like to people, dude, I was more like, hey, as long as you play every day, I don't care, right? He was like, hey, you need to partake as much as possible. So you need to fill up the quests to get the maximum point. And he was more strict, but at the same time, it was a bigger, people were saying that was a bigger asshole, but he wasn't an asshole. He just has less bullshit, a smaller bullshit meter. I'm not willing to take abuse. I'm not willing to take something. Imagine, for this, it's the first time that it's the first week that I'm not partaking. I mean, I shouldn't know. It's the whole principle of this is my guild is flawed. There's 30 members per guild, right? And even then, I'm like, well, guess what? Erando. They're nice. People are trying to refer to guild too, which is good. This whole, this is my guild, whatever I want, is flawed. But then again, I don't get in trouble because people are used to a certain level of bullshit. My mentality is so weird. When I go to the store, even though it's closing, I always wait last second. I'm like, as long as I'm not the last guy in the store, I'm not the biggest hassle, because I'm not keeping those people behind. The other person behind me is keeping them behind, you know? I don't know.